Welcome to Real Money with Lisa Chastain. Lisa Chastain is a best-selling author and money coach known for her work in money mindset and financial transformation. Her approach focuses on the truth that money is emotional before it's mathematical, and that lasting financial freedom begins with changing the way we think, feel, and behave with money. On this show, Lisa explores the psychology of wealth, abundance mindset, financial literacy, and the deeper beliefs that shape everything from debt and income to entrepreneurship, side hustles, and building multiple income streams. If you're ready to shift your relationship with money and step into a stronger wealth mindset, you're in the right place. Here's your host, Lisa Chastain. Welcome to Real Money with Lisa Chastain.
I just completed the 4-day Wealth Within with my partners, Gio and Robert, and it was incredible. Today's episode is a Real Money short where I have the ability to sit down with a participant of the Wealth Within so that you can glean from her what her experience was like, what she loved, what she learned, and this event was a huge success. If you're on a money journey, you know that there's more for you, you haven't figured out how to have it, you're ready for something to really accelerate the way that you're working with your money mindset, and your life altogether. This episode is for you. I can't wait for you to hear what Danyel has to say about the Wealth Within, and I hope to see you in September. Let's get into it.
Yeah, I just, and I was telling, who was I telling? I might have been telling Ruby that, like, I really admire that you are just you and the joy that I feel when I'm around you and the energy. It's intoxicating. And I want to be more like that. You know, there's a time in my life where I was really a lot like that. And so part of this Wealth Within, I wanted to embrace that.
I love it. You did. You really did.
So you really do model some, I don't know, just some strengths that I've really been challenging myself to step into. So thank you for that.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I wasn't planning on being on camera today, but here we are. Right?
Yeah.
Go with it.
You
Gotta
do.
roll with it.
You're natural.
Yeah. Well.
Yeah.
All right. So with the Wealth Within, what I've realized having worked with people and money as long as I have is that there's this huge gap in the industry. People go to personal development seminars. It's almost like they're separate. You go to a personal development seminar, you get really excited about your life, you rewire some things, and then you're sent back out in the world. But there really aren't a lot of tools and specifics about how do you really rewire your relationship with money. And then on the flip side, there's a lot of sales events where you go and learn about money, but they're selling you the whole time. And they want you to get into their program and all these things.
Yeah.
And so this is a no sales environment, but I'd love to know from what you thought it was going to be to what it actually was. What was your experience from based on what I told you it was going to be, and then getting into the room and being like, oh, fuck, this is not kind of, I don't know. Did it meet your expectations? Walk me through that.
Absolutely. Well, at another level, you know, I knew I was going to get a juicy nugget because I've been working with you for a while. So that just sort of follows whatever you do. But to the extent that it sort of broke down barriers and walls that I didn't know that I had or still existed, was just, I felt freer when I left, more enlightened. The educational part, powerful. Some of the stuff familiar with, but just coming there humbly really allowed me to sort of take a look at how I've been operating in my life, how I've been showing up for myself personally, and making a choice to just fully immerse myself in the program and connect with the real, true, authentic me, and was just like nothing else. There's no price tag.
I'm hearing that. $10 million.
Yeah.
What was so there's the Danielle that walked in before the Wealth Within, and you had some ahas. What was one specific barrier that you were able to tear the wall down and break through in the room?
I had no idea that I was really holding myself back with discounting myself in certain areas of my life. And I had a team that was when I started being very honest about where I was at in my relationship with just how I show up in work, at home, all the different roles I play, I was able to sort of embrace, like, hey, okay, this is the language that I use, and the language that I'm speaking really, it's coming from the inside out, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's my operating system.
Mm-hmm.
And that is a shift that I needed to, I thought I was already stepping into that,
Mm-hmm.
but I was coming from a place of operation and what I needed to do more of, and less from a place of, okay, how can I clean out my energy
Mm-hmm.
and make sure that I'm totally stepping into my true self.
Yeah. I have never seen you smile that much.
Yeah. Yeah. So I'm not sure how much I can say, but I made a contract with myself.
Yeah. You can share
I made
whatever
a
you want.
contract with myself that I was going to show up more joyfully, that I was going to show up authentically, and that I was going to be accountable,
Mm-hmm.
because it's easy to make excuses when you have a very full schedule
Mm-hmm.
on how you're showing up.
It's true. You live such a professional life too. You're professional at the school that you work at. As a therapist, you've had to wear the therapist hat of not revealing a whole lot.
Mm-hmm.
As a mom, you're keeping that boundary clear of being the mom and being present to your kids.
Yeah.
What was it like for you for 4 days just to be able to come into a room and focus on yourself?
Oh, wow. At first it was uncomfortable,
Yeah.
right? Because it's like, I have things to do, right? How can I I had to sort of submit to what was going on, and being in such a loving environment and seeing other people do that too,
Mm-hmm.
combined with some of the amenities, the breath work, it was just, I had to go humbly, and that gave me an opportunity to learn.
Yeah.
So
That's one of our key, and you heard us say this at the beginning of the event, safety is number one.
yeah.
We create a safe environment of confidentiality. Everybody agrees to confidentiality.
Yeah.
Because especially now you're running a podcast about what it's really like behind the scenes of being successful.
Yeah.
And so many successful women were just used to handling it.
Right.
And then also Gen X women, I was used to handling it in my bedroom alone. That's where I learned to handle my shit, was alone. And so to get into a room with 30, 40 other people and work on some emotional things together, for me, there's freedom in that.
Absolutely. And
Mhm.
and once you choose to let your guard down, once I made that decision, that's when I was able to really step into my power and connect with who I really am and how I'm showing up and what that means for me and what I want to get from the program.
What was it like having men in the room and being vulnerable? Women, we typically get together, our mastermind group, we're together as women. What was it like for you having men in the room being vulnerable?
I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
I loved it. Actually, as you know, I used to be a senior sales director in Mary Kay for a long time.
Yeah.
I'm all about embracing the feminine and women showing up. But I've also had the opportunity to work with men through my practice and to be a strong person to just hold that space to allow that they have feelings too,
Yeah.
And emotions. And there's a lot of pressures on them to be in charge of everything. And so to be able to see them be vulnerable was really special for me. And I really admired that. I think that really shows the masculine side, men who are vulnerable. And that's not what they're taught either, right?
That's right. Hey, stop blaming yourself about the choices you're making with money. Your money patterns aren't random. Take the money personality test and find out who you truly are. Link is in the show notes. What I love so much about the cohort that we build is that it's for successful people. And there's a misconception that successful people don't have shit.
Right.
Or successful people don't have money shit because somehow we figured it all out. And that's not true. And so in the room, we were able to look at individuals. Most of people in the room are making over 6 figures, multiple 6 figures, net worth of $1 million or more, and stand up and say, no matter how much money I make, I still feel broke.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's conditioning, and that's work that you do on the reset.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I think that there's value to just communicating you're not alone. None of us are alone. And I built the Wealth Within for that message in particular. Did you feel more connected and less lonely after the event?
Absolutely. Yeah. I was like, wow. I remember kept asking, you're from Vegas? You're from Vegas? All these great people were from Vegas, and Vegas has this reputation, right? Of being disconnected in a city where it's transient. And when people get here, a lot of people just want to move away. They're looking for something else. It's like very temporary. A lot of people don't fully commit to showing up in Vegas. And so it was very powerful for me to see strong leaders and powerful people that when you are ready to connect, they're there. They're right there.
They're right there.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is a cool community. Very cool community. Anything else you want someone to know? So if someone's thinking about it, they're on the fence and they're considering whether or not they want to jump into the wealth within, what would you tell that person?
If you really want to do the work, this is where it's at, because I think an example that resonates with me is like going on a diet, right? When you want to lose weight and you keep going on the diet and going through it, and then 95% or so, right, of diets fail for a reason. It's because we're trying to change the behavior. And at Wealth Within, that's not where you go. We go to our identity and the true core of who we are. And that's where the real change happens. And that's where we align with the reset modules, and the reset
framework.
What's the name? Method.
Method?
Yeah, I was trying to say framework.
Reset method.
So with the reset method, is that you have to do the work inside, get off the hamster wheel, and take a good, honest look at yourself and how you're showing up for you. And only you can be accountable to yourself. Nobody else can. And when you get that and you take ownership, then you get to show up for yourself like you never have before.
That's right.
And truly step into your power. And so I got to fully embrace that. And I actually got to see my confidence grow leaving, just being fully immersed in the program and not having to focus on anything else.
That's right.
It was an intensive opportunity that if I had somebody going through the reset method, I would say, okay, now you've got to experience the wealth within.
Yeah. And there's support.
Like if they really want to show up completely, that would be the program.
Yeah.
Not even, I mean, they don't even have to do the reset method, but the reset method is sort of like something that's conducive to while they're working and doing all these things, but you still got to show up at a full level and fully embrace it, offer something very quickly that can just all of a sudden you can embrace and step into.
Yeah. I love that.
Like
I love that because some people aren't ready. And the fact that there's the reset where you take them at your pace. Yeah. And then the wealth within is just an alternative opportunity, but they really work together. Yeah. Because I designed the wealth within to be that 4-day immersive experience. Yeah. And then to work with professionals like you to say, okay, now go back and work with Danyel and work on all the things that you learned about yourself. Because you don't transform your life in 4 days. But if you can recontextualize it and then jump back out and work with amazing people like you, then we can get them where they want to go even faster. And that would be my goal.
That's absolutely. Yeah. They could come to the reset method before or after.
Yes.
Because that's where it's true accountability. You've got somebody who knows what they're doing with identity alignment work, and I can show you how to get there and continue to stay there.
That's right.
But I'm going back to the wealth within.
Are you?
Absolutely.
Yes!
Yeah. It's just to continue that accountability and having that experience of showing up and feeling freer and just letting down all those armors that some of us don't even know that we have, that we're carrying.
That's right.
Very beautiful.
Hey, if you're here to change your life with money, you've got to know that change happens 1 minute at a time. Let me be your daily reminder of where to focus so that you can have everything that it is that you want. 1 Minute Money Mindset. Link is in the show notes.
Transformation is like an onion. You peel off one layer and there's another layer, and you peel off another layer and there's another layer. So we're never done. There's never like, I have arrived.
Yeah, for sure.
I know Robert and I get something out of it every time we're there. I had a big aha, and then I had a conversation with my business partner yesterday to say, okay, this is what I learned about myself, and I need to be honest with you, and I haven't been honest with you about where we're headed together. And so I want clarity on that. And it's out of these rooms, the week after that we have those experiences, there's emotional release. We get to see ourselves in new light, learn some things from other people. Other people are our mirrors, which I love. It's kind of like a laboratory.
Absolutely.
We get feedback and then we roll back into our lives stronger, more capable, and more supported.
Well, and the feedback I was hearing from all these people just taking action in their lives and getting results, it's almost like energetically things just start, there's room for everything to just start coming in.
That's right. What is it that, so I have one woman that came out of the last Wealth Within, her goal was to have $1 million business, and she's there. Another person, his goal was to get his business to $1 million and get total clarity on the direction that he wants to go in his business, and he's there. Another person knew that he's making $300,000 a year right now at a bank, and he knows he wants to drive in a new direction. So he's bringing his business partners back to say, let's do this together and let's get where we want to go faster. What do you want to use the next Wealth Within for yourself?
I want to open a retreat center.
Yes, I've never heard this. Tell me more.
Yeah. I've wanted it for a long time. I just want to, I know I've been blessed with bringing people together and seeing who to connect. And I believe we could provide I know we can provide a safe space to bring professionals together where people can just heal and grow in an environment where they're loved and accepted and get the right training and guidance.
You want to do it in Vegas?
Yeah.
Let's do it in Vegas. Because I want that too. I don't want to do it on my own though.
Me. Well, and I understand that that's coming from such a, like, you've got the confidence, right?
Yeah.
But it's so much more powerful when you get your tribe together.
Yes.
Right? We get to see the community, and then there's power in numbers, right? We're not threatened by each other. We see the ability to grow faster. It's like a snowball effect.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And that's so beautiful, having that. And so that's what I want to embrace. And that's where we're headed.
I agree.
With the reset method.
I agree. I'm so glad that you're my partner in this work.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's needed. And what if Las Vegas was known for transformation and healing just as much as it was known for anything else?
Yeah, coming here to embrace their new authentic self, instead of a place to escape and avoid.
That's right. That's right. So that's my mission here in Vegas. And I know that you're doing your own work with the reset formula. So reset method.
Yeah.
Let's do it together.
Let's do it.
Okay.
Pause. If you're successful on paper, but still don't feel as powerful as you know you can be with money, the Wealth Within is where we change all of that. Link is in the show notes.
Anything else you want to share?
I feel so much lighter and so much more clear. I literally feel like I won I won such a big prize, that I didn't know I was going to get. It's your, the Wealth Within is really, really powerful. I know you know that, and I know a lot of people were giving feedback at the end about how much they loved it. I am curious if we're your favorite group.
You are my,
so far.
You are my favorite group. Shh, don't tell the others. This one, so the first one, you're the second cohort. Every cohort's going to be different. The first cohort, we knew what we were doing, but we didn't totally know what we were doing. Yeah. And we were like, we think this can work. And then we did it and we're like, it worked. And so we were all of us were in this experimental kind of vibe in the first one. And so this one, everyone that was enrolled for breakthrough. Like there was something that they were walking in personally for. Yeah. And Robert and I, having the confidence, having done the run through, tweaked some things. Gio knew what he was up to, what game we were playing. We were able to just keep taking it to a deeper level. So you all did the work, and we saw at the end of it how powerful it was because of the context that and the foundation that we laid. And then we just let you guys go where you needed to go so that you could have the breakthrough that you wanted to have and the release that you wanted to have. So you did that work together as a group.
Yeah. You guided us there so well. And there's something else that I want to share about this. I believe, so I know that a lot of times we have a vision, right, of something that we want to do in our life and something that's really stirring in our heart. And there could be years that can go by, right, of being mad at ourselves for not doing that and not following through. And also what I've noticed is a lot of the people that we think are there, they're trying to show up for us in the way that they know how. Us listening to them when they have advice or opinions that don't align with our vision, a lot of times we can believe them.
Yeah.
Right?
True.
And we have to strengthen that relationship with ourselves,
Mm-hmm.
me included. I continue to hold myself accountable there because that is where the real work starts to happen, is when you truly connect with the true authentic self, right? Then you can push through those blocks.
Right.
Right? Of, well, my friend said that I shouldn't do,
Mm-hmm.
I shouldn't do that in the States. I had somebody that actually said that to me who I really admired. I shouldn't do the retreat center in the States.
Yeah.
It's not a good opportunity. And because it was somebody that I kind of respected, I automatically in my head was like, well, I guess I can't do it in the States. Right? And so I'm calling myself out there, but I'm just using it as an example for how we can so easily dismiss ourselves in our dreams and doing what's meant for us.
Right.
Yeah. And so knowing how to step into our own power and being able to do that is just the most incredible experience. And that builds confidence that you can't get anywhere else. It's the only place to get it, is trusting yourself.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. And sometimes we don't know how to do that.
Yeah.
But in what I'm hearing you say is that the wealth within, you were able to quiet out some of those outside voices and get
It was very clear.
Yeah.
That it's been my vision for a long time. I have it in journals for many years. And it's just interesting. Like if you read them, you'd be like, wow, like this has been happening for a minute. Right?
Yeah.
And so, but it's time.
Yeah.
This is the time that it's meant to be, which is why you were brought into my life and all these beautiful people. When you start taking action and doing the things that you love, then the universe kind of brings those people, like they're just in front of you. Yeah, when you believe. And so it's exciting. And it's just like, I was dancing today, getting ready. I'm like, okay, I'm showing up.
Yeah.
Showing up. Wow.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
So
good job showing up.
Thank you.
Yeah, showing everybody the way.
Yeah, and not apologizing for it, right? Unapologetically.
That's right. Here we are.
People are going to watch, and if they have opinions, negative opinions, then it's time to look inward.
All right. Well, thanks for this.
Yeah, thank you so much. This has been fun, and wow, I can't wait to see where this takes us. We'll have to.
Well, we know where it's going.
Yeah,
to a retreat center, apparently.
With horses.
There you go. Okay. Well, we'll see you there.
Okay.
There you go.
Is there anything else you think?
Nope. Next one, September 17th through the 20th. We'll have some next year as well, but you don't want to miss this one.